Alright, in this video we're going to talk about how to run your statements and run your customer aging. So what you have on the screen here is an example statement that we would run, and the first thing I wanted to point out is that this comment that you have down here can be modified, and how you would modify that would be to come into File, System Admin. You have to be an administrator in routeman to be able to change it, and you would choose Edit, and you could come in here and customize this to be whatever statement your company would like, whatever comment your company would like to have on their statement. Some companies like to mix it up with the seasons and change it every so often, and you certainly can do that. After you edit that, you will have to log out of routeman and come back in before it will take effect. Also want to mention, if you are choosing what to put in that comment box, if you are using the customer care center, that would be a great place to leave your customers the URL, the address for the website, so that they can go online to the customer care center and make copies of former invoices that they may have lost, get a listing of the payments that they've already made, and reduce how much they're asking from your office staff. Alright, anytime that you're running statements, you can run the statement for a single customer, a group of customers, or all your customers. The statement that you make will be based off of your aging date, and normally when you log into routeman, the default is to show the customer's current balance today. This right here, the date, is the aging date, and so what that means is you're going to print off a statement. It's like a snapshot of that date. So before you run the statements, you would always want to update your aging date to the proper time frame. So in this case, I have mine set back at the end of April. Well, it's June 10th, so maybe it needs to be updated. So I'm going to run my aging before I send out a current statement to this customer. So you can do that by coming to File and choosing Customer Aging, and it will give you this window. This is the same window that it's going to offer us if we go into Reports and choose Statements, because it wants us to make sure that we've aged the accounts before we create these statements. So let's say I need to update it to the last day in May. I will of course consider my terms, whatever terms your company uses, and I hit begin, and now it's aged, and all the customers in my database will be updated to that aging date. Now if I were to choose a statement, I could come in here and create a single statement just for this particular customer by clicking right here, and that opens this example statement again. Okay, if you're doing this just for a single customer, you have the option to print from this window and to email directly to that customer. Okay, most of the time when you're running statements, you're going to do it as a group, and so you can come in here to File and choose Reports, and it's under Financial Reports, and it's the second one right here, Statements. Now again, when we click on that, it's going to ask us to update our aging date. We just did that, so I'm going to hit Return, and now it pops up this screen. By default, these options are selected: Group Statements by Parent and Include Child and Totals. If you're dealing with a particular customer, because you can choose just one customer here or a group, if there aren't going to be any parent-child customers in this group, you can uncheck those. But if you would like to include individual child statements, you could go ahead and select that as well if you like. You have the option, if you're printing, to choose the double window envelope or the single window envelope. And then here we get to choose, do we want to print these for all our customers, a particular customer, and if you just choose one, it highlights that box, so then you can come in here and select them, or a group of customers. And you can handle the statements in groups if you so choose. A lot of times that's helpful if you're doing periodic billing or something like that. Okay, and then you'll notice that there's this box down here, exclude email group. So many of our companies have a portion of their customers that they have set up to email, and you want to handle that separately, but you want to make sure that you don't miss anyone. Okay, and that's what this option is set up for. We would leave this on all customers, and then we would say exclude my email group. Now, to do this, you have to have set up a group that is only all your customers that are set up with an email in the statement email in the general tab. So let me click back out so that you can see what I'm talking about. Right here in the bill address, you have 3 different fields. They need a statement email to receive that through the route mail system that we're using right here. Okay, so I have set up a group called email statements. Okay, you can call it email customers or whatever you like. By doing this, what I'm going to do is generate a statement for all customers that are not in this group. Then I'm going to later come back and send out the email statements to that group in particular. One thing to mention, down here at the bottom, there's a checkbox, don't print or email statements with a negative balance. Okay, and so most people like that. Since we're printing, we will go ahead and hit print, and it opened in my other screen, but now you see that we have all these statements generated, and you can see all the different lists. In my case, I have 37 different pages here from different customers that are in my group that I can print these off and send them out. Okay, next I would come in here and choose email. Now I'm going to email everybody else that didn't have a printed copy. So I'm going to send to the same group, if I can see it, email statements. And at this point, I have the option to customize. If I want the email to say anything in particular to my customers, I certainly can. Monthly routeman bill, and in the body, thank you for your business. Have a great day. Okay, and of course you can carbon copy or blind carbon copy as you would like, or you can check this box, which sends an additional email to keep as a record in case you want to verify that your customers have received that the email ran. Okay, in this case, since we're emailing, we're going to come up here and click email, and it's being processed right now. All right, so my email has been sent. Okay. And I'm going to return out of there and close that. If you would like to add this statements to your shortcut list, it's very simple. You right click, and if you already have a shortcut list, you can add it to it right there. If you'd like to create a new one, you certainly can, okay, because these are something you're going to be coming back to over and over again. Often, when you're just learning how to run statements, you won't know if you have customers set up with the statement email. the easiest way and the quickest way to start getting a handle on that and verify who has an email address in the right columns is using bulk customer edit. And so that is another help video that you can search and learn how to use bulk customer edit to sort through your customers quickly and be able to make changes quickly as well. So you may find that help video helpful in setting up how to run your statements.